started diving in 1994. I bought my first camera the year after. My first roll of film was used for a brochure for a resort. For most professional photographers, they usually take about 20-30 minutes. I'm more careful. I flooded a few cameras before, so it usually takes me about 2 hours to get the whole set together. In the water, you are limited to the time, the depth that you can stay in. You need to be very efficient. Sometimes there's no repeats. You just got the chance and then you do it and that's it. The 1DX Mark II that I'm using now, focusing is extremely fast. So in the water, when animal is moving, once you can set focus on the animal, you can start shooting. Total understanding of the behavior of all the animals you are shooting will be very helpful. So sometimes when we are on projects shooting an animal, I would read about them and I would talk to my peers about the animals and they would tell me what to look out for. Most important, I would think, is to get your buoyancy correct. I normally overweigh myself so that if I'm shooting macro, I can be down at the bottom like a rock and not move. What I do when I'm shooting on the sand is I pumped up my BC, so I let the air lift me up before I kicked. All this will help to minimize the damage of the reef. Pelagics, you need to be physically strong enough to keep up with the animals. Basically, when you see a fish coming towards you, you can guess which direction they're going. And instead of chasing after them, you go there and you wait for them to come to you. For macro, it's basically a challenge of what equipment you have and how to make them work. You have to bring the camera because the day when you don't bring your camera is the day you find something you really want to shoot. My next trip will be to Pataha, and right after that I will be staying a whole month in Philippines. I'll be going back to Malapascua and I'll be going back to Anilao.
Canon, delighting you always.